Hello everybody, we are back and jumping straight into the first game because we're running a little bit behind schedule. But yeah, we're back and people are going to be demoing off some Opus 29 decks, which I think everybody's looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, it's been quite a while since we've had a new set, so I think this is the first look we've had of these new cards, fresh off a Materia Cup in, I believe it was Florida.
Yeah, pretty much all of our events were on the last set.
Exactly, so yeah. I think a lot of us are still kind of working out where we want to take these new cards. And we've got two pretty new decks here today. Jacob on Mages.
To be fair, it's not massively going to change from the Isurf deck he was playing last set. It's just a couple of new cards, I imagine.
He's playing quite a few. He's playing the new Shantoto, plus the two new Mage backups, and also the new Titan Primal, Icon. So he's got a few new pieces. Paul here playing the Tifa deck, or his version of the Tifa deck that top 16'd the aforementioned Materia Cup, playing a lot of Tifas with that new one with its S effect to draw cards.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting one, but obviously it's a lot of draw cards, and we were chatting about it as well, like, that Johnny gives you ridiculous advantage if you get it out early with playing this many Tifas.
Yeah, I think one of my favourite things about this game is when a new card comes out, but it also kind of pseudo-prints a bunch of old stuff that might not have seen play until now. Like this Zangan, it's seen play certainly before, but we haven't seen it in quite a long time.
You might see a very brief pause on the camera because the autofocus is on and it's annoying me.
But Jacob here playing one of the new mage backups here. This one can search for a mage of, I believe, 5 or less and play it. And also means that the auto abilities of mages cannot be cancelled.
But specifically a Ford, which was the bit that I didn't really like about it.
And it's going to be Shantoto. It's going to come in straight away and very aggressive here.
So it freezes Zangan, but obviously it's going to be generating you advantage the longer it's out.
Yeah, it's got its choice of 3 modes at the beginning of the main phase 1.
It's like a mini Seymour, but obviously you're not paying to do it.
But that did take Jacob's entire hand, so he's got his backup and his powerful forward. And delayed.
Yeah, he should be 1 in hand left, I think.
Yeah, he's got that one on the left there. But let's see what Paul's going to do here. So he's going to play that Johnny you mentioned.
Yeah, so it's every time a Tifa comes in, he reactivates himself and draws you a card.
Yeah, drawing a card on that is pretty big. And Jacob now, let's see what he's going to do now. He's got his Shantoto choice.
I imagine it's just going to freeze the backup, right?
I suspect so.
I think that's more valuable than the discard, although both are obviously viable options. Get the Shantoto back up just so I can reread all of the effects it has. So many new cards that have finally been added to this PC.
There we go.
Yeah, so it is break a dull 4, freeze 2 backups, or they make them discard. Which I feel like the backup option is the one you'll mostly be going with.
And speaking of, here's Ultimecia.
We should remove 2. I assume he went with discard then, because he's freezing the backups now with the Ultimecia.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose if you know you're going to be freezing those backups with the Ultimecia anyway, then
just
you
get
can
value out
of
of the discard,
yeah.
Andrea Radia going to damage.
Another card that hasn't seen a ton of play before. Obviously, it pops up in the Dancers decks.
I love it.
I know you do.
It's so good. There's the Cloud.
Speaking of new cards, here's that new Cloud Legend.
So removing 3 7s or fire.
And you get to play a 2-drop from your deck that has power 5 or less. And there's 2 big targets really for it in this new set. You've got that new Tifa, but also the new Zidane Legend as well.
Yeah, I know. I think I did a load of it with the Joshua in pre-release. Because that's just like, oh, shoot some for 7k with discard. But yeah, those are obviously the main 2.
Here is the Tifa, the aforementioned
so
namesake of the deck.
God, where is the Tifa? There she is. So it's haste when she attacks, you deal damage equals the number of 7 characters. Pretty cool. But the main thing is S, deal 3k, draw a card, and you can do it 3 times a turn.
Yeah, I think one of the interesting things about this card is how it scales. Like, you can play it early for some early haste, maybe draw a couple of cards on killing some cheap forwards, but in the late game, once you've played a bunch of more of your 7 characters, you can start doing some serious damage on her attack as well.
But it's a synergy with the new Cloud as well, because obviously you dole them both for the S effect and you break 2 forwards.
Yeah, the S effect on this new Cloud, it has a couple of hoops you have to jump through, but very powerful. be able to kill 2 forwards for just an S. And is another Cat 7 card coming to play. This is
I forgot. Yeah, like this is now bumping the Tifa up to doing 5k.
This is bumping to 5 plus the 3 off Zax. This is going to be able to deal 8 without any kind of effects, but just a pass here.
Yeah. I mean, you're not taking them out annoyingly.
Yeah. So Shanto is going to trigger and freeze those 2 backups. I think that's probably going to be the mode we see for the rest of the game. And another
old Hugo.
Old Hugo that's likely going to go into new Titan.
But that's just taking out the cloud straight away because it's pay 2 or break it.
It absolutely is. And Jacob making full use of these tax effects, and I think these 2 other forwards
Titan is a
are
board
go
clear.
Away. And, this is looking pretty comfortable for Jacob at the moment. 3 massive forwards.
For a bit quiet, I will turn us up briefly. Hang on. See if that is any better.
And so Titan's going to give both of Paul's forward attacks of 1. If they don't get paid at the beginning of the attack phase, they're gone. And Paul's had enough.
Yeah, I think he's too far behind now with the Shantoto continuously freezing the backups.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
You're basically on draw.
Yeah, it's a lot of hoops to jump through to kind of stay in that game. And the other thing is that all of Jacob's forwards are just massive as well.
Yeah, everything's a 9k.
So it's a very quick game 1. But I think we can maybe have a chat with Jacob and see what he thinks about.
Yeah, they might do another game. They do often
see
seem
if
to do that.
Shuffle up for another game, but we'll see if we can grab Jacob later on to talk about these new cards.
But a lot of those new icons, I made this a point when we reviewed it all of like, they're all 4-drop 9ks, which is the best cost to have at the moment because there's so much break 5 or more seeing a lot of play.
Yeah.
And 9k is that power you really want. 8k is kind of falling off a bit more and more.
That's the thing with one of the top decks of the last format being the Icewind Crystal deck, playing 3 of the Alexanders.
Yeah, well, it was in Gull Wings. It was in anything with wind had Alexander in it. There was the Water Wind deck. Yep. Like there was so much Alexander going around.
And being able to kind of get under that with certain cards is at a premium, really.
And obviously 9k is that looked for power value now.
Absolutely. So we're going to go for another game here. So it looks like Jacob took a mulligan there. Wasn't happy with that first hand. Let's see if he's as aggressive in this one as he was in the first game.
It's interesting seeing like the new, because a lot of the new primals and stuff like with Titan, you're like, you really want to play that Titan. But the old Hugo, I think, is the better one for it, especially taxing it again with this one.
The debate is with the choice of Hugo is that the new one doesn't create a stack.
Yes.
So that you can't really interrupt that Titan coming out. However, the old one has the better effect, as we saw, but it did give Paul a chance to interrupt if he had something. Jacob going to go for a Cindy here.
God, I don't think I've ever seen that water RFC play.
No. And Jacob got a choice here of Shantoto, a Hecaton for a board wipe, a Kefka, which is a mage.
I mean, you're taking the Hecaton. I don't think you're taking the Lightning Mage backup.
No, he is because he's got one. But what this means now is that basically any backup.
What did he take then?
He took the backup and the.
So he took Hecaton share and the backup share.
So the Hecaton is he knows that Paul's now playing this kind of low to the ground aggressive deck with Tifa, so that's a pretty easy pickup.
I don't think that Tifa's ever resolving. To be fair,
the
Aerith's ever resolving.
Well, here's Cloud. So it's going to go and get the Tifa, which does have haste, so it can get a cheeky point in here. But Jacob on a much slower game, which is kind of what I expected this deck. I think I wasn't really expecting him to go as hard as he did with the playing out forwards.
I think I imagine his hand was just that's all I have, so you were forced into it.
Yeah, it may well have been, but it did reward him. Because I think once this Tifa deck kind of runs out of steam, there's not many cards that can really
Paul
pull
had
it
to go
back.
empty-handed, which meant anything you play that Tifa's not taking out.
Exactly, yeah. So we're going to see where Jacob takes things next. Importantly, with that Cindy, any Earth or Ice backup means that he's able to play Kefka for its reduced cost, as it does produce.
So Desperatio, or however you say his name.
Desposito. To flip the top 5 to find a Cat 11.
Oh, he did hit 2 just.
Yep.
He was cutting it a bit close there.
Yeah, so he's gone for the Zaid or Zide.
Zaid, yeah.
And the other mage backup, which I cannot remember the name of because they all have silly names.
Yoran?
Maybe.
No, because he's playing the weird. Yeah, the should do. Yeah, it has.
It's yeah. I know what it does.
It has a
I
word.
couldn't tell you
Yeah.
the name of it. There it is. And it's going to free cast the Hecaton to clean up this Tifa and Cloud. With 4 backups, no cards in hand, he's going to shoot it back over to Paul. But any card off the top is really live here. That's a Bugenhagen from Paul. Just going to take a Cat 7 character, which is that Johnny, maybe setting up for the next Tifa.
Imagine paying 1 less to flip 1 less card. So that's the difference between the two of those.
And let's see.
I feel like Jacob's just ramping too much here, though.
Olmir, go find a 6-drop or more forward.
What are we getting?
Whatever
Obviously,
you,
like,
whatever
I
you want.
imagine
I
like Shadow Lord's in this.
Shadow Lord's in there, Kefka's in this as well.
Oh,
which
yeah,
you can
obviously.
pay for its reduced cost. But he's going to go and get that.
Oh, of course, it gets
Yoran,
any
the backup,
6 or more. It doesn't have
that's
to
really
forward.
setting up for the Shanto next turn as well, which can punish Paul.
Yeah, he needs a really big turn here.
The interesting thing though is I don't think Jacob's in any danger of suddenly dying out of nowhere. And now that Jacob's telegraphed the fact that like, look, I'm going to Shanto you next turn. It's whether or not you kind of like let it happen, but then risk Jacob just not doing that and doing something else, and you're falling behind, or you have to kind of force him out.
I think you have
play
to
the
force
Shanto.
it.
Yeah. So he's going to play the Johnny here.
It's weird playing these backups that don't generate you any immediate value, but they're there just to synergize in with the deck for later. What was that? Very surprised by Monofire taking Florida Materia Cup. I kind of expected decks like I mean, looking at the decks that were there, especially in the top 16, there wasn't, outside of the Monofire deck, there wasn't really anything new that I saw in top 16. There was a Tifa deck and that.
There was a few decks that were kind of new takes on old classics, should
Yeah.
we say, but maybe if we've got time later we can have like a quick look through and see what happened. But
whereas the Mages deck, I think, is a new thing you have to build.
the Mages deck, I think, it's one of those decks that if you build wrong or if you face the wrong matchup, I think you can be in a lot of trouble. I will say that new Monofire build with the new Zidane is very, very low to the ground and kind of not quite as big and clunky as the old Monofire decks. So maybe
everything in it was just so cheap, which I think is the way you have to build it if you're putting Zidanes in.
That's the yeah, absolutely. Zidane again is another kind of build around card. I don't think you can really slot it into the old Monofire decks without putting.
Yeah, it's maybe like a one of, but that's about it.
But in that deck where you're able to kind of effectively draw 4 cards off of Zidane by giving it haste.
I think Jacob's really in a position to worry. Doing Zac, I imagine. Okay, Leo.
Yeah, Leo. So maybe he's trying to find a.
Suppose we can Zac after, technically, still.
Maybe we're trying to find a Tifa. Maybe there isn't one in hand.
No, I don't think there is. I'm looking at it. I always find it weird Jacob uses their Slay the Spire sleeves. I'd offer up if the Tifa just swings in here. I'd offer up the block.
If I'm Jacob, I'm trying to like soak up as much damage as possible on blocks, and then play a big finisher like a Shanto or a Kefka. And knowing, and there is the Tifa.
There was the S on top. Yeah.
But knowing how much this deck relies on that Tifa, I think any excuse to try and kill it is probably take it.
Andrea Rodia, baby.
There he is.
Can blank Jacob's forwards by dulling 2, or there's a live cloud, so we can bottom deck something as well.
That's true. Notably, there are no mages on the side on that side of the field, though.
There's the backup one.
No, on Paul's.
Oh yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
But this will dull and freeze all of Paul's
with the
board.
new outfits we're getting in the next in FF7 Revelations, we could get mage party members. Pretty sure it'll be white mage and black mage, but yeah.
That is true. And here she is, Shanto. She's going to dull and freeze all non-mages. So that is going to be
all but 3 cards are being dull freeze.
Yeah. And it's going to keep up that lightning backup, the earth mage, and that other.
The other one is
mage as
one.
well.
Yeah.
So
all but 4 cards.
And he's going to pass it back over.
Basically, it's just a term reset.
Yeah, big time walk.
But obviously, this Shanto to here in Jacob's turn can kill one of those forwards.
Yeah. Paul really needs to remove this Shanto now if possible.
I don't think he's going to be able to.
Very, very difficult with just 2 cards in hand and no attack swing off that Tifa.
Because the only thing you can do here is play red 13 and hope that Jacob blocks, but I just take the damage.
All day, yeah. It's interesting though, Tifa is kind of loud with the S effects. Risk is pretty brutal. Tifa is obviously, represents a lot of burst damage for the Shanto if possible, and that on Andrea represents
He just is
flanking
annoying.
and bottoming. So see what he's going to go for.
Yeah, I mean, if he drew a Titan or a Hugo here,
He went for a discard there, I think.
Mhm.
But maybe he's got the tools to clean up this board.
I think he has a Hugo in hand.
If he's got a Hugo, then yeah, absolutely, that's gonna.
Ooh, search of Tifa.
Yeah.
Question is how many Tifas have he got?
Well, the other thing is that now he's attacked. Titan isn't doing the.
He's missed the window.
Isn't doing the
No,
thing.
there is a Hugo in hand. I'm surprised he didn't go for it.
He's also got a
Seymour.
Seymour.
That can come in main 2, to be fair.
Yeah. So let's see what he's going for here.
Do you reckon he's realising that he's missed it?
Just realised that it's in your attack.
Yeah. It's that weird text because it's in, so he can prime
So
if
you
he
can't
wants
kill
to.
the Tifa regardless.
Well, you
anyway.
just make him pull discard to save it. But yeah, you definitely want to slam this down a bit earlier, I think.
Yes. But fortunately for Jacob, this is just an additional
Friendly,
game.
yeah, this is the second game.
And he's gonna
We are
prime.
priming. Does it last until the end of the turn? Does it last until the end of the next turn?
Let's find out together.
Titan. Annoyingly, there's a lot of Titans. There it is.
Still the end of turn.
Okay, so nothing's going to happen. It's
this is
just
going to be a 9k with a
backup prevention.
breaking effect.
And they can't tap.
Yes. But I think that's pretty irrelevant in this situation.
Yeah, I think they've realised it was missed.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but yeah. Don't ever want to do that in a real game at an event, because you'd be like, oh dear.
Oh no, what have I done? But yeah.
Yeah, he has to choose, but it doesn't matter. And they're all up. Oh, did he freeze the Leo? No, he can't freeze the Leo. It's only freezing
No.
backups in the Tato. Yeah, there we go. Well, I mean, you paid for a drop 9k.
You have a 9k. It's bigger than anything else on the board, I suppose.
And your opponent can't cast summons in your turn.
That's true.
Not that I think this deck has any summons.
I'd be surprised if there were, considering the cards I've seen. But
I could see like a Phoenix, because obviously it can cheat the
That's true.
Tifa
Yeah,
to
yeah.
field, but that's kind of where I'm at. Well, we can cheat like Andrea to field. It can
Yeah.
treat quite a few things to field.
I guess with a situation, a deck like this, there's a big kind of
Camera appears to have frozen briefly there.
big decision on how deep do you want to go. You know, how many Tifas are you playing?
Is that camera coming back?
I hope so.
Ooh, what's happened to the camera?
Technical difficulties, afraid.
They knocked it. That's what they've done.
Ah.
They're going to have knocked it.
Ah.
Oh, for God's sake. Nothing's ever easy. There we go. I don't know what happened.
Well, Jacob's forwards have gone. I suspect Andrea's probably put them to the bottom.
Did we bottom deck? Oh no, I assume we Cloud Est?
Maybe. I don't
Based on the fact there's a Dole Tifa and a Dole Cloud.
Ah, yes. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense.
But obviously we unfortunately experienced technical difficulties to know exactly what happened there.
But yeah. Okay, so back to Jacob. He's drawn a Titan. That's another thing with this, the new two legend icons in Gruder and Titan, is that their effect is only really when it primes. Just playing them straight up.
Yeah, the
Gruder does on
Gruder,
damage
the
as
Gruder
well.
you miss it once, but the Titan
Titan
is
you need to prime
you
it
have to prime it
to get the tax trigger.
Yeah, because like those Gruder decks are playing a lot into obviously Chocobos, give it
Yeah.
haste and stuff. So like if
Yeah.
you have to hard cast it
There's
and then give it
certainly-
haste, like you
yeah.
can make that argument. But
There's
Titan
certainly
is you
more-
don't want to hard cast that.
Yeah, there's certainly more like combo potential with the Gruder than there is the Titan, because you never want to draw a Titan on its own unless you've already got one for the S effect.
So you're using that new mage to break the Tifa. Not
Okay.
that I remember what the text on it. I believe it breaks a 2 or less.
2 or less, yeah. That's generally what these 2-drop lightning backups
And then you
do.
can pay more, I think, to make it break a 4.
And he's reaching for the limit break. It's going to be... I was thinking about Victoria there.
There it is. Yeah, it breaks 2 or less.
So yeah, he's got... Is that a Theodore in hand?
Yeah, I suppose he'd be in the deck as well. But a bit too late to warp him now, I think.
Yeah,
Everybody's favourite Sid Waff.
I don't know how many EX bursts are in these decks, but...
In
at least one.
both of them, I think it's probably like 5.
And here's going to be Victoria.
Oh,
It's gonna
because
be,
I've
oh,
bloody
Nope.
rejigged the camera, let's turn the autofocus back on. Off. Autofocus bad.
There we go. Have a look through Jacob's LB there. We can see the new
Maester Micah. Love that card.
A lot of people are enjoying. It's taking back. This is just a friendly, so I think Jacob's reconsidering his options here.
I don't think I've ever been as infused to just read a card before that just says your opponent has to block.
Yeah. Very tricksy LB card, and just limit break 1 as well.
Yeah, I don't care if it dies.
No.
The fact it's come in means he's done his job.
No, absolutely.
Hello, Kebab Genius. Going on the Kefka, okay.
Kuja.
Kuja,
Yeah.
sorry.
So that represents at least one less attacker, but I think if I'm Paul or my opponent's playing out just a Kuja with nothing else, then I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah. We're not seeing the Tifa shotgun though. I was really hoping to see that in these 2 games.
I don't know the number of Tifas Paul's got in his deck.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's like 20.
I will say that Jacob's deck isn't really spouting out forwards very often to be able to mow them down anyway.
Everything's too expensive, right?
But speaking of LBs and EXs,
Spin that
see what we
wheel.
hit. Selfie there. And a Cloud. And another Tifa.
You do have an up Aerith, so that Cloud S is live.
Mm.
So yeah, that's what we're taking.
Okay.
Although I'd maybe take the Selfie if you've already got a Cloud in Break Zone. But they might have been removed from the other
Cloud
Cloud.
S gets back the Tifa.
Oh, of course it has EX on it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shotgun Tifa. Shotgun Tifa.
Just freeze your entire board with the Kuja.
I'm going to target it 3 times.
Yeah. Kuja is one of those cards that the only 2 situations it ever gets played in is either, if your opponent plays it, either you're dead or they're dead.
Yeah. Or they've played a Seymour that you don't want to swing anymore.
Yeah.
Yep, so the Andrea going away to bottom deck the Kuja. Costing the Cloud being frozen in response.
Here's Tifa attacking with the haste though.
Ooh, that's it though.
Jacob is on 4 damage, and he's drawn an Aparuru and a Kafka.
Not the Aparuru.
Well, the Aparuru only costs 2 here, which is pretty good, and that Kafka can get played.
If that Kefka kills the Luna Freya, you can play the Aparuru.
The Kefka's going to need another backup though.
Oh, there's no
getting
ice.
rid of that,
Yeah.
I'm never going to remember the names of these 2 mage backups.
Oh god.
The lightning mage backup. I know that
Ko
Yoran is the
Earth one, yeah.
Korra?
Let's find
like
out. Korumoru.
Yes, Korumoru.
I'm not an
Without
11
that,
player.
you don't have the lightning CP to cast it, but
Yeah, the fact he's at 5 Earth backups in a 3-color deck.
yeah. And
What are you getting back here? Seymour?
no, it's
Toto.
Toto. This stabilizes the board. That top card of his break zone though, August.
Oh god, what does that
Can you
do?
remember what August does from
If
Opus 18?
if a forward of yours has gone to the break zone this turn, he costs 5
No,
less.
it costs 6 less.
And I think that's all he does.
No, he does one other thing.
Does he break a forward on entry?
No, that'd be too good. that would mean he's a good guy. I think you should probably look.
If he
look-
attacks, he does something. I don't know. Let's have a look. August. How do you spell it? It's that.
Literally like the month. Yeah, you are. He can attack twice.
When he attacks, activate him. He can attack twice in the same turn until the end of the turn. This
So
attack
you
will only
have
trigger.
you have to have 3 forwards of either side. Leave the field.
Oh, it's 3.
Yeah. Oh, he's a 10k. Come on. Doesn't have haste though.
This thing sucks.
Well, it's a lightning card that's a king and also cat 11.
Oh, I don't know what happened to the Shanto.
I was too busy.
Appears
talking
to
about,
be dead.
I was too busy talking about August.
It's a cool full art. I like that it and like Theodore go with each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this sucks. Good job. It's like the only redeeming factor of the game.
August Gaming, powerful £3.
Oh, I mean, if it's a £3 full art, I'll pick one up. It looks
I'm
good.
picking up the playset. Investment to the moon. We've seen it now.
One day this card's gonna be playable.
It's one of those cards that even showing another person, it means the value goes up by like 0.01%.
But imagine like in the case of like August and with some cards we get, like this is the only card this name has.
Yeah, his parents must be so proud.
I'm finally an FFTCG. What do you do? I
Nothing.
never see a sleeve.
what happens? Fill a page of a binder. It trades in. Sold for
That is a lot of forwards.
sold for a booster
Paul
pack.
is preventing,
It is.
and I don't think Jacob has an answer.
Well, he does if he's able to find something like his hecatons. That's not a hecaton. That's a Prish that will kill one of them.
I assume there's a Prish in there. Yeah, there you go. Is it not even in... I need to play Cube at some point.
I couldn't tell you.
Duff, you're going to have to teach me Cube when I come
Yeah.
up for Scotland.
I couldn't tell you anything about it. As much as I love Cube in other card games, I don't think I've ever cubed Final Fantasy.
I've never done it. No, never done it.
Well, maybe we should add August to the cube. I think an effect this powerful can't,
I just... The fact it's 3 or more have to leave to make him free. Like, what?
Well, the tech is Yu Shantoto. I know.
What set is this in?
It's
Opus
Opus
18.
18,
It's not even
yeah.
like... The
Well, that's
game
the-
was powerful then.
Jacob showed me this card earlier before we started streaming it, and I didn't. As I was reading, I was like, "Oh, this must be like Opus 4 or something."
Got to the bottom. Oh.
Oh, I was playing when this card came out.
I assume this is in there just because he needed lightning CP that is Cat 11. And I imagine there's not a lot of
I
it.
strongly suspect it's a one-off for that exact reason.
No, he's got 3 of them in
sometimes-
his deck, mate.
Oh, maybe. That it's also a big blocker and can sometimes just end the game.
Yeah, but you're never playing this. There's no way you're making this free in a turn, right?
I don't know. You play Hecaton, sweep the board.
Oh, I
play
suppose
this.
if Titan kills 3
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
it's a 0 cost 10k.
Technology, mate. And yeah, Oldmere target. Huge, mate. Oldmere, give it haste, attack twice. Broken.
Win game.
Broken.
I've just paid.
Right.
I've just paid 10 CP to do that.
I'm logging on card market now.
I'm buying 3 August immediately.
3. I'm buying all of them.
I'm gonna resell. I did like how, as soon as that Materia Cup event, they all went live on Materia Hunter.
Yeah.
Somebody suddenly bought all of my Tifas on card market. I was, other people are building this deck.
Okay,
There
so
goes the Titan.
Jacob out of hand here. Big 9k in front of most of Paul's limit break deck. So he's just going to have to pass.
I think he... Yeah.
Mist Dragon and I think another
I can't tell.
Peruvian?
It's August.
If it was August, it'd be in play already.
Oh, it's a £3.50 full out now. It's going up.
It'll be £6 by the end of the night.
We're going to push
It's a star
the
symbol.
value of it up.
It's a star symbol.
If you bring me a full art August at any event, I will sign it.
Will you? Well, I won't because it would depreciate the value, and that thing's only going up.
Stonks.
I'm gonna have a look on card market now and see how much it is. They could be getting bought out as we speak.
Man, it really bugs me this Prish doesn't have Brave. I always
Yeah,
reread it and I'm
you
like, why
feel
is it
like
dull? And
it-
they're like, because it doesn't have Brave. And I was like,
I feel like it should have something. This is the only printing of August, and it is there is €3.
sick.
Stock up now.
Oh, there goes the red 13 to the Victoria. I can't remember how that red 13. Is it forwards? That one. There we go. Is it forwards it needs for the buff? Oh no, it's just on attack it gets the buff. Just gains all the keywords from having the forwards. Yeah.
Having Cat 7 forwards, yeah, but it buffs your entire team, and is a warrior.
Oh, it's another Tifa. Oh no.
No! How many Tifas in hand?
All of them. 7.
Just discard my hand.
I do find it weird that it's like, oh, you can only do it 3 times a turn. It's like, oh, so I can do 9k and draw 3 cards. Just let me do infinite. Just let me draw my deck. Put 50 Tifas in my
I
deck.
think that's probably why it has a limit.
Yeah, but then you lose because you've milled out.
Well,
50 Tifas and 47 Tifas and 3 Amats. I will draw my Amat this turn.
yeah, you just hit 2 Amats in a row and lose.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5k it's doing on swing.
Yeah.
So we're not attacking.
One more and a discard can tango with the Prish, though.
We just Zac, right?
And, yeah. So he's going to attack and deal 5.
Oh, is it target? Oh, it's target, isn't it? Yeah, I keep
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
it's...
And there's 1 Tifa.
That's
That's 8.
8k in total.
And the interesting thing here is that Jacob does have that Mist Dragon if he wants to keep the Prish around, but it will dull it.
Yeah, so you're going to have to declare block and then dull, but...
I think if I'm... Yeah.
I mean, you're dead otherwise, right?
Well, yeah, I think you have to think about it now.
Come on, show me the other Tifas taking the
Taking
damage.
the damage, it's a Kefka.
Yeah, it's like no EXs these decks can hit.
Can
Swingu,
you imagine if
Cloudu.
they put EX on these new mages? So
Declaring the
so here's
block
the
with
block.
the Prish. Offering the
So this
trade.
demonstrates that there are no more Tifas in hand. For
Has he
four.
got an S on in her? No, he doesn't have an S. Yeah, I think he's changing who he's blocking with.
I think it's more that regardless. Oh, yeah. So there he is, Mist Dragon to draw a card, and he's packed up. So there we are.
To be fair, if he hadn't messed up the Titan, I think he probably had that.
He probably could have. We'll see if we can grab Jacob for
I
an
think we might
interview.
be close to time for round 2, but otherwise, yeah, we'll be back with round 2 shortly.
Nice one.
Gonna get some August in the meantime. We'll be back in a moment. Bye. All right, we're back. You let them know they're ready to go. We've got Sammy and Monkfish
On monks.
on monks, going back to his tried and true
Yeah.
deck.
So we've gone from the new to the old school here.
I can't believe Sammy's on knights. Like,
Well, look.
what's wrong with him?
Fish obviously playing his tried and true.
I think he did put some new stuff in the deck. I don't think Knight's got anything new.
Knights hasn't had anything new since they printed
Think-
Corilla.
No, it had Yuna.
Doesn't count.
There's a one of in the deck. I think that's it, right?
That doesn't count.
Okay. So the Warrior of Light, digging 2 backups, putting them in the break zone, and then letting you play them.
Yeah.
That is true, Owen. That is you Knights, and it's Sammy playing it, which makes it objectively worse.
Yeah, it's like you take something awful and then, make it worse.
You ready for him to like Ramza into Physalis? That's his turn.
Rams him to delete it, have to freeze my own character. Okay, so let's see how explosive this turn 1 is for Knights. As we all know, it can kind of get out of control.
I don't think he's got Corilla though, but he does have a Laswell. I would play that Laswell.
Well, looks like that Laswell might have gone to the bin there.
I've got food that I can't eat because I don't want the mic to pick it up.
Having a big old think about this turn 1, which is one of the more important turns.
He's not put Orphan in this deck, has he?
I certainly hope it is. I guess.
Orphan main two.
He's going straight in. Here it is.
Oh, he did have
Ramza
a
into
Corilla.
Corilla. No response from Fish. So let's see what he's going to flip. Charlotte, Gawain, Elena, not a knight, Physalis, and Laswell.
Well, it's Laswell Charlotte.
Well,
there's no
better lucky than good. There it is. The Exodia turn 1 for Knights.
I hate how when I play Knights, I never do this. But every time I play against somebody using Knights, it's always Laswell Charlotte, and you go, well, I've just lost.
Well, how many are you playing?
Me?
Yeah.
What
How
do you
many Laswells are you putting in your deck?
3.
Oh, well, that's the problem.
I'm not cheating.
Yeah, you need to be playing at least 6. But yeah, this is one of the more ideal starts for Knights if you can get away with it.
Should we review Sammy's deck after this? Make sure it is legal.
Well, we know it's not. But yeah, so this is going to be a dead Warrior of Light.
I think this is a dead Monkfish.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he has a Toto, he slams a Toto down.
Yeah.
But I don't think he has one.
I feel like he would have done it already.
Maybe he attempts to pass, see if they shoot the Warrior of Light and then does it.
2 games where a turn 1 dull freeze your entire board, dump out my hands.
With 2 very different sets of cards.
Exactly, yeah.
Knights is definitely it's still that boogeyman of like you don't see it loads, but then you always pair into that one person doing it, and you're just like, well,
It's an interesting one. I don't think by any means that the deck needs banning or any kind of action like that, but it's definitely one of those decks that when this happens to you, you just feel, what am I doing? Why am I here?
They've not made a good play. They have flipped 5 cards and they've hit the 2 they need.
There's no tactical prowess on display.
No, they've just flipped 5 cards and hit the 2 perfect ones.
You hit the best possible, and hats off.
That's a concede, right? He just threw his hat into the ring.
That being said, I think if a deck can get out of it, it is an Earthfire deck like this, something like a Clive Prime into
just killing the Warrior of Light before we go to combat to stop the paying to play backups, I guess.
Yeah, that's going to happen. So Fish is going to take a point damage.
Ping!
And there is an Ifrit. And so it's backup, go. What Fish really needs is for Sammy just not to play any cards. But he's also got an Amma and another
Laswell. And is that Renoa?
Did he shuffle this deck?
Is that Renoa?
I hope so. This would be very funny if it is.
No, it is.
Oh, God.
Doing the Corilla.
I mean, if you see 2 more Knights. Well, there's 1. Yeah, you're only getting 1.
I just play the Garland.
Yeah.
Oh no, he hit Gwaine. Oh yeah, you played Gwaine.
Yeah, go get 2 more. Freeze 1.
Now this is a card that, as much as I love it because it's a Cat 8 card, I think at some point has to go because it only fuels degenerate things.
Yeah, this card isn't doing anything fair. It only pops up in
It is there to abuse the
situations-
most busted thing you
Situations
have.
like this.
I don't know where the Corilla's gone that he
I
flickered.
think it's just dull to the side, but
Yeah.
But
I've given them all of this space, and they can't even stick into it. Like, what are they doing?
so it's going to be Garland and Steiner are the 2 picks off this Gawain.
I'm surprised he didn't grab Beatrix.
He might have one in hand, but yeah.
He
I
needs
think
he needs to play another forward out here though if he wants to attack. But you do want to attack to force that discard, because that Corilla's also dull.
there is any experts though in
Kusith.
Sith. There's not many cards in Fish's break zone at the moment though, but it's going to get that Warrior of Light back. Here comes Laswell.
Oh, so he's just swinging out this turn.
Yeah, which I think is
Yang.
fine. This is 3 damage that's coming in.
Does get another search.
That is a big one though. See if there's any kind of sweeper or a tech card that can. It's probably the Ursula just because that can start mowing things down. Yeah.
Yeah. But you're not getting to 4 knights to do the Ramza trigger unless you got a Miwa in hand, which I don't think we do.
I think that's fine though. I think at this point, if I'm Sam, I'm just attacking as much as I can before I get Shanto.
You just have to remember there is a discard trigger for end of turn.
Yeah. Which I think they may have missed.
I don't think Fish has drew yet.
He's thinking. No, I think he's thinking on the discard there.
It's the one I see missed the most.
Yeah. It's that extra feel bad text on.
Yeah. And only have I
There we are.
dull
So he has
froze your
discarded,
board,
and
I have bullied you horribly. Are they not frozen?
they should be dull and frozen because of the. Or at least one of them should be because of the Gawain, and the. Oh no, because the Corilla comes back in as well. Yeah. So they stay down. Whenever a knight enters. And there's Shanto of the entire hand is going to clean up this board. And Sammy doesn't have any backups to play the game. I think if I was, hindsight is of course 2020.
Yeah, Fish was like, oh, I'm going to play this turn out. And I was like, yeah, you got no backup. He's like, fine, it is.
Yeah. I think, hindsight's 2020, but if I'm Sammy,
I think you're fine,
I think
though.
with the...
We knew he had it. We knew
with
he
that
had
going,
it.
I think you search up another... Well, here we are. You can get another Corilla and
Ramza
Ramza.
Corilla. We didn't even need to get the Corilla, right?
No,
Just got the one in
you've
break
already
zone.
got one in break zone.
You just
so
get discardable. So you just get another... what's his name? Steiner.
yeah,
Or we can
he's
get
got
both. Yeah.
I suppose in this unless... yeah, Sammy wouldn't be able to Ramza Corilla next turn anyway because he's only got 2 cards in hand.
Unless you take a point of damage and hit a Garland EX.
Well,
Which isn't happening.
I don't think he's in danger of that, but there's going to be another dull freeze off that Gawain coming in. And...
This is, Laswell is so obnoxious. It's such a crap card.
yeah, I think if there was one card that should be looked at, if there was, I'm not saying that there is, but this is the one.
But he was like a fine card, and then they printed Corilla, and everybody was like, oh, I'm just going to play 40 knights and deck.
Well, that was the thing. Beforehand, he saw play in basically mono ice, and he was good in that deck.
Yeah.
But he wasn't, it was more just it basically read when Laswell enters, doesn't free something.
There's also about the 2 knight LB.
But yeah, the fact that Sammy's he's seen all 3 Laswells because he discarded one on the first turn as well. Sammy showing off the goods in his hand.
It was asked if Fish was like, can I scoop? And I was like, well, I mean, if you want to.
There's a legal action you can take in this game.
I was like, I'd rather you played it out, but you do what you want. They were like, oh, he's just going to slam down Ramza next turn. And Sammy was like, I can't.
Yeah, he doesn't have the CP for that. And he needs to draw water to play the Corilla, so...
He can play the Corilla, though, which might be the...
Yeah.
Just LB Toto, just cheat.
Sammy has.
I mean, Sammy has had, everything he needed at the right time.
This is like the dream
he
Knights
hit
scenario.
Laswell Charlotte, and then not only that, we got Shantoto, and he went, I got another Laswell in hand.
I was saying he's seen all 3 Laswell this game.
Yeah. And an Ami.
And he's why not? Why not? Just get some damage in.
Just do 2 points of damage here.
Or just Corilla. See if we can freeze the whole backline.
Miss.
I will say, there's one. The density of Knights is getting less and less, so he's only going to hit the one.
Only hit the Salas,
but that is still 2 Dullen freezes taking care of those backups.
Sick backups, bro.
And it'll be a discard as well because that Laswell and the Gawain's coming in.
Yep.
So unless something kills the Laswell.
It's another monk. Another monk.
And let's see.
Discardu, Cardu, please.
If there's anything that
what can you do?
Fish can do.
What can you do with 5 CP this turn?
He's got an Ingus. I think he's. I think
that ain't it, Chief.
I think we already know. But Knight's showing that regardless of how many new cards get printed, Laswell, Corilla, Ramza.
Can you handle me flipping Laswell turn 1? If answer no, look at deck.
Exactly.
You might not be able to hear it, but Fish is having one of his rants at the table.
Fish doesn't seem to like Knights, which is...
He's like, they're playing so much CP's worth of stuff for free. It was the Garuda one we did last week where it was like 28 worth of CP came out for free that turn.
Oh, I know. It was me.
It was
just great fun. I had a great time.
Until we actually played the locals.
Less good though.
I don't think the Monks deck has any outs at this point.
Well, it's in play. It's Shantoto.
Why isn't Shantoto a monk so it can be breakable to play another one? It's just Fish having fun. He plays his pet deck, and then none of his nothing gets support like Warriors and Knights do, and even Knights doesn't really get support. It just got good cards.
Doesn't get support. It just had custom cards written for it, like.
Obviously, it got 2 LBs, which I was baffled by.
Yeah.
Because the Beatrix as well is just really good.
It just says Knight on it. That's all you need it to say. You can have a blank card that, as long as it's got Job Knight, stick in the deck.
It's a 4 CP 1k, but I'll still play it.
Triggers my Laswell.
We're paying 5.
Way.
Oh, we've had to overpay him because he had no fire cards in hand.
Oh, he's going to get a damage in.
Block.
Imagine if it's an EX. It is.
I'm assuming by the fact that it was a draw, it was a Lena.
It was a Lena, yeah. Here comes an Ifrit. It's going to take out the last one.
Yeah, like Sammy moving the Corilla away as if it was ever going to be that.
But, yeah. Imagine. I'm hoping he just, has something to bring the Laswell back.
Oh my god, he has put the Ash. See, Monk's had a new card.
Oh, it did, yeah. Another Ash. Offering the fist bump.
Oh, he actually gave it. I thought Fish was just going to slap him away.
Fish knows. I think he's just having a bit of fun. But
Round 2?
But there we are. Knight's still showing that that game plan hasn't changed and it doesn't need to.
I'm more interested in having Fish over it if you'd be like, why did you have a crash out at the table?
What do you think of Knights? Are you going to play Knights for the next August?
I thought he'd still be on his mono fire that he was playing last. Yeah, he's
I bet now he's saying, "I wish I was on mono fire."
But yeah, we'll be back shortly with an interview or next round, depending on where everything's at. We'll be back shortly. Unmute. And we're back with round 3. If you can let them know that they're ready to go.
Yep.
We have Jacob on again with his mages against Paul Fallon, who is doing his Ice Lightning again, because he does it, I think, at the start of every set.
Yeah. Critically, though, he's built this around
Sephiroth.
the new Sephiroth, as you can see one of the old warp ones going there.
Yeah, it seems to be one everybody's been looking at, because it's, I think, like the easiest one to just get removed from game.
Well, I think it's also just read it. It's hard to kind of mess it up, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it comes in, it kills a forward. Like, it's subjectively fine. But obviously, this being the card that a lot of people are building decks around.
Yeah. And I know Fallon's got several other Sephiroths in the deck for that.
I think he's got 7 to 9 in there.
Yeah, he's got that warp one, which critically, if you warp it, counts as being removed from the game to reduce the cost of this one by 3. Well, that is a Jacob hand if I ever did see.
I think you're getting rid of the Prish, right? Because
well,
the Seymour's pointless.
There's no point taking well, maybe he decides otherwise, but like you can strand a Seymour. The Prish being removed means
because it's one less he can do it for future Prishes.
Yeah, exactly. But he's gone with the.
Actually, we're slamming down the Cindy here, yeah.
Yeah, so he's going in on a Cindy. He's drawn a Shantoto as well. And Laparuru was the draws, but he's binning those off and see what we find off the top.
I really like this Cindy, but I really wish they'd print more of these multicolour backups.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool card. And
man, he's just like only playing Earth today, apparently.
Well, I think the backup line for the deck is almost entirely Earth outside of the.
I suppose because you've gone more into like the mages side. A lot of mages are on Earth.
The Cindy does tap for Ice and Lightning as well.
Pick up the 7-drop one to go in on next turn, so can cheat out that Toto.
Yeah,
so.
It's going to be interesting to see if Fallon's going to go on an early Sephiroth quest and try and get some damage in, or if he's going to hold it and try and
Alcid into
bash out a few forwards to that
Sephiroth.
effect. It's got an is that Astos?
Astos, yeah. I think that's the old one, or is it the new one? It's the new one.
It's the new one that when it dies, you can go get another one. And this is the new Jessie, which is
the same as the old Jessie, printed 28 sets later, but it's in Lightning.
Which crucially means that it's going straight.
There's a few cards they've done this with, right? Like Girl Who Forgot Her Name went from Earth to Ice. I think there's a couple other backups that literally just have the same text, just in a different element.
He is predictably getting that new Sephiroth there.
But she did gain DFF as well, which is like it sometimes is a relevant job.
It's the fact that she didn't lose anything, I think is enough. But
and is in more of a Cat 7 deck building colour, because obviously Turks always comes
all of
around.
The Turks and the Shinra lot are in Ice and Lightning, and then this new Sephiroth as well. All the Sephiroths either Lightning.
They're Lightning, Ice, or Dark. Yeah, there's 2 Dark ones, because there's the original one for Opus 1, then there's the 4-drop one that you can only play if people.
There's also the promo as well. I think there might be.
Let's have a look. I can search the name Sephiroth.
Yeah, there's a few.
Let me know in the comments what colours they're in.
There we are. So you've got excluding the boss deck ones. You've got
1 dark, 2 dark, 3 dark. Yeah, 3 dark ones.
So Jacob here flipping for some 11s. He's going to pick up a Prish and a Star Sybil off this Desposito.
I don't actually know what his actual name is.
I think Cat 11 is the one where I
Despaciare.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
He's an old man. He's an elder.
He's an elder.
They've been printing a lot of this as well, like search for 2 cards or flip and add 2 cards and things like that.
And here's that Star Sybil's going to find yet another Cat 11 card.
Overpaying for it though, but I feel like I'm surprised we haven't gone in on the Shantoto to like hit these 3 backups.
I suspect it's coming next turn.
But then we've not really been playing major backups either.
No.
So.
The other thing is also that he's not under any early pressure. Although Fallon did just draw a Vincent, which
you're shutting these backups down.
Looks pretty juicy into this big Earth deck with the 3 tap backups.
I'm still surprised he discarded that Al Cid, but I guess his hand's better loaded.
I think the other thing is that
because I see that Cindy's the only ICP.
Yeah, that's the one I would choose if I was to freeze, but I think it's going to depend on the context of his hand, whether or not he thinks that he needs to start pushing damage, or
Kane's in the deck.
Yeah, I think Kane is really strong.
And
here's,
Hooded Man,
Hooded
yeah.
Man, which is going to add back the Kane.
So it's just
remove the Kane, sorry, and untap.
It's
the
just
draw.
an untapped draw. He's a mini warrior of light.
Yeah.
I have a full art one and it's bent in one of the corners, so I can't use it. It's really upset. Yeah, you remove one and then you activate all the backups you control and draw a card.
Yeah, the awkward thing is though that you can't have it.
There's
if you control.
we're paying 5 for the Sephiroth.
Yeah, there's not one that's currently removed from the game, and he's going to draw 2 by getting rid of that Jesse backup.
So that was kind of where I was at with the Sephiroth of like, am I happy to pay 5 to draw 2? And in a lot of cases, I think I am.
Well, if it's a backup that you're not entirely needed, oh my god, August is back.
In the damage.
And he is attacking with the Vincent.
Okay.
But to go back to the Sephiroth, in a deck like this where you're not desperate to have 5 backups at all times, I think it's more than valid to bin one off to draw 2.
Yeah. He's fixing my OCD there, thank you, Fallon. I hate it when people tap cards different ways.
But the other thing is that, the more you're drawing off this, if you're applying early pressure, that's kind of undoing the downside of these aggressive decks that usually... Paul's got 5 cards in hand still.
It's also every single one of those, if you draw a Sephiroth, you're like, well, that's just a kill.
Yeah. And here, I believe, is going to be that Shantoto.
You're forced to, I think. It's going to dull freeze all of Fallon's side.
Yeah, so that's a big
get ready,
freeze.
yep, cool. But it's dull freezing all but
you got
the 2 backups
two
on
backups.
Jacob's side, yeah.
But that is a big damage.
He didn't tap with the Cindy to pay for it, the fool.
Graceful. But this is a big damage sponge here for Jacob. That's going to stop a lot of damage coming through. But
you're just hoping for a Sephiroth here to kill that Shantoto before it resolves, and I'm pretty sure Fallon does have one.
Yeah, he does. There
we go. Boy, flat break.
That's the other thing with this Sephiroth is that you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't. If you leave it in play, any forward you play, you risk just getting Telluric Furied out of existence. But also then if you kill it, the next one is going to draw another 2 cards.
Especially if you've got ways to remove it. It's costing them 2 CP to draw 2 cards.
It's a really annoying card at the moment. And here is...
he's got the Noir one.
Flexing the Noir Cloud. Going to go and search up a Cat 7. Is it character or forward?
I believe it gets a forward. I'm just getting it up. But it was Opus 11? Yes, there it is.
There it is, yeah.
I don't have the Noir one.
And he's got a President Shinra backup there.
I'm surprised he's not getting another Sephiroth, which leads to me to think he's either bluffing it or he has another Sephiroth in hand.
Yeah, it could be that he wants to make sure that he's got enough stuff to sacrifice to the next one that is inevitably going to have to, because
Jacob is staring down lethal.
Yeah, he's going to have to deal with this board in one way or another, so it might be that he's trying to, set up for the next Sephiroth to carry on drawing cards.
Well, one blocker isn't even enough because that cloud does have that extra text of just saying remove 7 cards, kill something.
Absolutely. So
you need a board wipe now.
Shantoto or a
August.
There he is. Seymour. Card
Seymour
that still remains.
I think it. I still think it might be the best card in the game.
It could be. I think it's definitely in
I think conversation. I think because it's so generic.
But it's dead.
Yeah. But still getting its effects.
It's going to break that Sephiroth.
Yeah.
And
don't freeze 2 backups.
Yeah. Which,
I mean, you're not dead now unless Fallon plays a haste, but he should have the ability to.
That new Sephiroth does have haste.
Yeah. What he's thinking.
He's just going to damage though. Here's Kefka. There's a Kusif
that could
return a Shantoto.
I don't know if you get Toto. You need something to clear the board, right?
This is kind of the thing. Obviously, the backup Shanto is kind of the premier board clearer, but you can't play that because you're relying on the forward.
Well, yeah.
So it's whether or not he goes for that just to kind of, tread water a bit. He's going for a
Yeah, I'd have considered the seam. It does a little bit more.
Well, I suppose the other thing is that it does a similar job in this situation, but doesn't freeze your own backups in that place. But he is
Bridge to 6.
in trouble. He's at damage 6.
Yeah, well, that Seymour can obviously kill one of them and shut down 2.
Yeah. But all it takes is a Sephiroth off the top.
Oh, you're playing ice, just surges.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No blockers. Yeah, you have to clear this board now. Like, no Hecaton shares. We've not been seeing the Hugo Titan. That's a stacked hand. That.
Hugo Titan, I think, is kind of the dream scenario.
But again, Fallon can pay for it.
Jacob.
He'd go empty-handed, but he can pay for
I
it.
suppose, yeah, that's true.
And again, you're always going to have that Cloud Live because you're always going to have 3 CP to play off of drawing 2. I do think Jacob has a Hugo in hand.
The problem is, though, is that it gets to the point where you can't just carry on surviving. You actually have to start.
He's damage 6. He has to.
You have to start winning the game and start pushing damage. And there's not really many things in this deck that can do that when you're this far behind.
In my opinion, he needs to be able to Ultimecia and Seymour here.
Yeah. Ultimately, you're done freeze the board, and then Seymour to break and
discard. Yeah.
Discarding.
Obviously, Star Sybil can crack to cheat something in, but it's only 5 or less, or is it 6 or less?
Yeah.
Sure. So it can cheat in the Seymour for a lot cheaper.
You know, the fact that Fallon still has this amount of cards in hand is showing how powerful this Sephiroth really was. And here is that
There we
Seymour
go. Yeah.
coming in off the Star Sybil.
Pay the 1.
Pay the 1, which is going to leave 3 CP ups. It's going to dull and freeze the backups.
And discard, I'm assuming.
That's interesting. Yep.
Yeah, bye President Cymru. Hardly knew you.
He has to have a plan for these forwards then.
Hecaton share, maybe? He has another Hugo in hand. How much is the old Hugo to prime? Is it cost 3, prime 1?
It's 4-1.
Damn, he's pricey.
Yeah. It's 5 regardless, I believe. Yeah,
4-1. Yeah, because the original set were all even into odd or odd into even priming, if memory serves.
Yeah.
So the new one is 3 into 2, yeah. He needs to play more forwards.
I don't know if he's got them.
Oh, but you're just dead.
Yeah.
If you don't go wider, you're just dead. Surges here will do it. Kuja will do it. Whatever you want. Play a Sephiroth, win. You need to freeze down the rest. It has to be an Ultimecia or something.
He's thinking about it.
Are we rewinding the Seymour?
Looks like we are.
Or are we changing the options from the Seymour?
Yeah, I think...
so we had double freezing the 2 backups.
And he's discarding... What happened there? Oh, it was a Hecaton, excuse me.
So I guess we've just double froze the 2 backups and that was the Seymour's only effect? Because we've not done the discard now. But I mean, it is up to 2, so you are...
A little bit confusing about the sequence of events there, but it did result in this board being cleared, which was the crucial thing for Jacob here. That being said, Fallon's still in it to win it here.
I mean, again, a Haster with a Surges and you've got it.
A Sephiroth with an S does it. Plenty of ways to victory here, but...
I wonder if the thing, though, was that... oh, of course, yeah, it was probably make the Hecaton share cost 1.
Absolutely,
I forgot that it has that extra line of text.
Mode of text, yes. That being said, if Fallon's not able to close the door this turn, Jacob is suddenly in...
Is that another Sephiroth you got in hand?
Third
card, I think,
no, I think it might be a Reeve, actually. They have very similar kind of backgrounds. But if Jacob's actually able to untap with his resources...
You can start making that board strong, yeah.
Maybe we've got a bit more of a game.
It's a Reeve, yeah, you are right.
However, it does look like there is a Jesse there which can search for a Sephiroth.
Yeah, which I think we're going for.
But does he have enough resources to do
Well, he's keeping the other Seph in hand. Is he going to be able to shift 2 forwards?
It might be a case of play this, draw to find another Sephiroth if he's only got 1 in hand.
Well, that's the thing, because you break the Seymour, and even if you don't have lethal, like you force that Hugo to block.
Yeah, so you'll be able to clear the board regardless, but there's still no... I don't think there's any Sephiroth still removed, so this is still going to cost 5. Jesse's going to go... It's going to be another draw 2.
Yeah.
And that's a Seymour and a... okay, so yeah, he has... There's no second Sephiroth, but this will...
Surges.
Surges, of course, yeah. No, that's going to do
Surges down the Hugo.
And once again, there we are. That's Sephiroth cleaning house here.
And again, it was cost 5 both times it was played, and it still did.
Well, being able to draw 2 is
a key thing.
Such a rebate on it.
Well, especially in Ice Lightning, because as long as you draw an Ice card, that's another blocker you're shifting. If not, you get S effect. You can always Surges. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
Oh, I've got a dog. Hello, doggo. you want to come on camera? Don't think he'll be able to pick you up, I'm afraid. But yeah, that was an interesting one. I definitely thought that Jacob was close to having a comeback there, and I think he was just one turn shy.
Yeah, I agree. I think if he was able to survive that turn, be able to untap, have Titan ready to go if need be, I think we have more of a game, but he just was too far behind.
I can appreciate the fact that obviously he did see more into Hecaton share than into the Hugo, but I would have maybe tried the Hugo into Titan first and see how much Fallon was willing to bin keep those forwards around. And then if he spends that to keep them all after you've primed Hecaton after, because you then have cleared the board and discarded him at least 3 cards.
Yeah, that's a good point. But there we are. Sephiroth, another new card from this set, rearing its head and showing its strength.
There's a lot of people building a lot of different deck elements from it.
I think it's, I think there's several ways you can build decks around Sephiroth.
Yeah, because I've seen Wind Lightning, I've seen Fire Lightning, and obviously
Ice Lightning. I've seen
Ice Lightning.
I've seen, it's a very powerful card, and I'm very interested to see which version of Sephiroth deck picks up to the top of the meta. Whether or not it's something similar to what Fallon's done here, or if it's something a little bit more left field.
Yeah, I guess it's just each one, like, you're locked into it being Lightning because it has to be. So it's just what the partner colour for that is.
I think, again, like we talked about with the Tifa deck earlier, is how many deck slots do you need to dedicate to other Sephiroths?
Yeah.
Because you're going to want a few more than just those, because the S effect is that good, and obviously, being able to reduce the cost is the big thing.
I've been looking at it for Wind Lightning because obviously that both UFEs are really obnoxious and hard to shift.
And you also get
access to
High
Wind,
the Wind Lightning Cloud as well.
Yeah, which is really good. A
lot of very strong Cat 7 characters across those elements, and that new Jessie backup, which we saw, also slots right in.
Poem's build here has been quite good, the Lightning Earth one, because that's I'll play Sephiroth to get rid of Jessie, now I'll play Barret to get Jessie back.
So there's a lot of lines that, when you're able to use an effect like that to your advantage, which on the face of it might read as a bit more of a cost, that's when you can really do some really powerful synergies.
And in the Earth one, at least, like Earth is that recursion color, so you can get away with less because you're just cycling them a lot.
Okay, so I think we're going to then take a break and be back with
round 4. Should be the fourth and final round, and we'll have to see who we get on. Probably look at top table if it's not somebody we've just had on or whatnot. We'll be back shortly. Alright, we're back with our fourth and final round. I know I promised top table, but unfortunately, or not unfortunately, but well, unfortunately we couldn't get bottom table because there was a few too many people that had been on here a couple of too many times, so it wasn't really worth it. So we went with the bottom table.
We thought we'd bring you some fresh decks instead.
Bottom table action.
Yeah, so we got Dan on his Avalanche list.
Yeah, Cat 7 from last week did well, and this week it has not been going well.
But he's going to go for a turn on Bugenhagen against Morgan, who's on Monofire. I don't believe this is the Monofire deck that we saw at the Materia Cup last weekend.
No,
This
I
is
think he's
more
on his
the,
previous one with just some
traditional,
changes. Yeah.
bigger build. Bugenhagen here and a pass.
And there's so many Cat 7 characters they have like to print.
Yeah, it's great.
We're never gonna get them.
It's a
VV for no effect. I'd play the Princess Goblin here as well.
I think so, but
Just backup ramp.
yeah, I don't believe he's got any. Yeah, it
The
doesn't
one
look
problem I
any-
have with Princess Goblin in the Modifier build is I can now never Luso to backup ramp.
No, that is like the one downside of a searchable backup off your monsters, but it's a small price to pay. I think Morgan's probably fine for backups.
And he's got a Culinarian in hand as well, so yeah, if he
Exactly.
draws another one, he's going quick.
Yeah. See what Dan follows up with.
No idea what he's discarding. Oh, it's the Vincent.
New Vincent. Look at the top
I
two,
think
and
this card is absolutely garbage.
I disagree. I think it's in a deck like this. I'm a bit of a fan. Barrett here is kind of the big engine piece. It's
Yeah,
gonna
backup
pay
ramp.
6. That's going to go and search for a 4-drop Avalanche member.
It's normally Marlene or Jesse, right? Yeah.
And that Jesse from Opus 1. This is the original of the Lightning one we saw last round. This can search up any Cat 7 forward.
Yeah.
And
Probably grabbing Cloud here.
could be Cloud,
or
it could be, yeah. So it's the new Cloud, which is then eventually, I'm sure, going to find that new Tifa, or possibly even the multi-element one, and try and set up an S effect. But pretty big turn 2 for Dan here. Big 9k and a Vincent. And a
which
Vincent.
is now shooting stuff for 6k every turn or giving himself Brave.
Yeah, which does work well with that new Tifa that does 3 on its S or 1 per Cat 7 character.
God, Morgan still has Kadaj in his deck. I think we're
Here's
just
Clive.
double killing here.
Yeah, let's take out both of these forwards. It's going to cost a bunch of resources,
Is it?
but it does clear 2.
No, that is dull.
Yeah.
That is dull.
That's going to kill the Barrett, and then Dan going to block here, save himself the point of damage.
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to. There's no point in losing the...
Yeah.
There we go. They have fixed the VV.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, they're the wrong way round.
Uh-oh.
I can't be bothered to go over and correct that.
Okay, well, Dan's drawn the Tifa that saw play in Avalanche decks of old, which can search up a Cloud.
Oh, what, the dual element one?
Yeah.
I've always liked the one that's like, if Cat 7 forward deals damage, they can't block this turn
Yeah.
on your opponent's ones, but there's just not enough widespread damage that Cat 7 really has. Oh, he's playing Dram Trap cards. He's playing a different game.
He's got Mirror Force and Magic Cylinder.
You've activated my Man-Eater bug. So it is Cloud in hand.
Yeah, which he's got the requisite cards in the break zone to get its effect.
Oh, just Q-Sif back the Toto and play Toto.
The problem is, though, is that this Ifrit is going to start eating forwards unless it's dealt with pretty sharpish.
Yeah, but you don't really have a way of dealing with
No,
it,
I
right?
think his plan here is, so he's going to pass here,
Just take some damage.
take a couple of hits, and build up his resources to try and, I assume, do a few things in one turn.
That's always the thing I've seen with the Mono Fire build, is like, if you don't put forwards down, they go look at their hand going,
Oh, I've just got to pass.
I can't do anything with these cards.
I would say that, that does eventually favour the mono fire player, because you can start doing things like this, playing your monsters out. Cards like Phoenix, which can attack and then turn back into a monster.
Yeah, you just poke damage through until
Exactly,
they...
yeah. And once you get those resources up, then you can be far enough ahead that by the time your opponent really starts to having to apply things to the board, you've got enough resources to deal with whatever they play.
Yeah.
It's Kusith and
So damage
end
through...
of second main.
I imagine we grab at the Barrett, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think the plan here is just to try and rebuild after that Ifrit. But
I'm surprised Morgan hasn't gone in on the Kadaj that turn instead of the 2 goblins. Just start eating the break zone.
Yeah, you know that you're playing against a deck that does care about its break zone.
Yeah, because that
you've
Cloud
seen-
at least
you've
needs
seen
to...
the Cloud, you've seen the Kusith.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
you
that,
have to imagine there's Kusith in the deck if they're playing Earth.
I think that would have been more valuable than the 2 goblins here.
Yeah, the 2 goblins, it kills Tifa, but that's really all it's doing, unless you're playing the 3rd one out. But
Oh, we discarded it earlier, I think.
well, there you are.
I think to pay for the prime, we discarded it. Well,
So
the Light
looking
Aerith,
at
that's 2
Dan's
cards
hand,
back.
we have the multi-element Cloud, we've got an Aerith, we've got multi-element Tifa, Barrett,
I think you Barrett or you
Zangan,
Zangan.
and new Tifa. So lots of choices here. That multi-element Cloud, of course, needs an Avalanche member.
It needs an avalanche forward, right? Yeah.
Forward to get its effects. But even now, still very powerful effects.
Still the card that always confuses me, that Cloud, because it works even if you kill all the avalanche operatives on the stack.
Here's Zangan. Again, Opus 1. I think those 2 were printed in the same starter deck. I think that was the one that I had back in the day.
Yeah, because there was 2 Tifas in set 1. There was a normal one and there was a start one.
Yes. So he's going to go and get the multi-element Tifa.
But again,
searches
like,
up a Cloud.
it's 2 Opus
Gives it
1
haste.
cards in this deck.
Oh no, he's changed his mind and gone for the new one.
New Tifa.
That is something that can kill that Ifrit if you've got enough S effects.
Oh, I thought you were going to say if he's got 10 Cat 7 characters.
Well, that too.
But she just dies to goblins on the stack.
dies to a stiff breeze. She is only a 5k.
I still like that new Cloud. They must have really been like, yeah, we can't let people cheat out dual element Zidane anymore.
Goodness, yeah, no. Well, here is that Kadaj. That's going to start eating the breaks, and it's pretty stocked now at the moment. It's going to eat a Tifa there.
I think you get rid of the Tifa and there's 2 Vince in there, so I'd grab the wedge here.
Yeah, I think it's probably that. The Zac is a ways off of doing much, but again, that is another way that if Dan continues to play backups, there's another way to get rid of that Ifrit.
Zac's always that name that I'm just like, man, these are cards.
Yeah, I think the other thing is that Dan has been
it's disappearing. I thought he was attacking them.
Has been those 2 multi-element clouds that do deal 10k when it comes in.
Yeah, because you get 2. It's you give them all haste.
You
deal 10k, or you play a 4-drop.
From
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, because it was in the Mono Earth deck for a while, the Avalanche Mono Earth deck, where you're like, here's my board, they all have haste now.
Yeah,
I win game.
You're dead.
The OTK.
Classic.
I do like that Earth Tifa we got a couple of sets ago, where it's like, oh yeah, you just reactivate
And it's in Dan's hand right now.
Yeah. I think we are.
He's got 3 Tifas in hand, all of different varieties.
I think we are going on the Barrett here. How many does Barrett need to deal 9k? 7. Okay.
Yeah, 7 Cat 7 characters to deal 9k to
So you
afford.
can get to 5 just off of playing the Barrett, unless you're fearing for an Ami.
Well, Morgan only has 2 backups at the moment as well, so
Yeah.
and only 2 cards in hand, so there's no worry about Ami.
He's 3 cards in hand, isn't he?
Excuse me, yeah, I missed that 3rd one. So it would cost his whole hand if he does have
There's
it.
an Ifrit special in his hand as well.
The other thing is that if Dan is able to deal with this board, Morgan doesn't have a great deal of resources in play. But that is a big if at the moment. And that is
We
going to
are
be
Ifrit specialing the Cloud on the stack.
Yeah, so that card's going
I wonder why we're doing that now.
He's going to remove 3. So
Because any Tifa that comes in doesn't really do anything with the Cloud, right?
well, what this also means is that if you get the multi-element Cloud, you can search for one and play it now.
What, the multi-element Tifa, you mean?
Yeah.
But it depends on how... Does Dan run 3 multi-element Cloud in this deck?
I don't know. I've seen 2. There's the 5-drop one there, so he's going with this one.
So this is currently doing 4k on swing,
Yeah.
and the goblins are probably going to eat...
But we know he's got at least 2 Tifas in hand.
Yes, that's 6k.
But
It's never going to be able to attack.
this is the thing, is that he needs to...
Because even if you can Tifa special 3 times, it's not taking out the...
yeah, you then have to... Well, you can then Zac from the LB.
Yeah, but then you've kind of burnt everything.
Well, you draw cards off the Tifa S, remember? So, like, it's, you know...
So
it's
trying to go to
it is
combat
card
and
neutral.
double
yeah.
pop in the goblins.
But, yeah, well, he's just let it
Just
go.
taking it,
Okay.
I don't think he's got enough to deal with the...
No, I think maybe he's only got the 2 Tifas in hand. I think he's got an Ami there, though. Here's Kadaj.
End of turn.
Carry on eating that break zone.
It's what he does. It's what he's there for. I'm so glad we got like artwork of this though. Like the Amano arts this set.
It's- yeah, well, this-
Man, I want to do
This
more.
card was the original chapter series.
I think so,
printed
yeah.
In Japan, this artwork was one of the still is the kind of the chase card from that set, just for
There's a
its
lot
artwork.
there's a lot of chapters artwork that we don't have, and a
This
lot of
was
them
one
look
of them.
really cool.
It's
Yeah,
taken
yeah.
quite a long time for us to get it in
'Cause it was
this version of the game.
Yeah, because there was 5 years of chapters. So they've got like 15 sets or
Yeah,
so.
that's a good
Yeah, yeah.
question. There's an elf limit break. And Dan's found a
Kadaj
Polk
going away again.
and another Tifa.
Yeah, I guess Dan outside of the Tifa special has no answers to Kadaj either.
Yeah, it's tough. It's an odd one because this Dark Kadaj for a while was really difficult to deal with.
Just because it comes in at the perfect time.
Yeah, that's kind of changed nowadays thanks to like Mono Fire being popular and that
Yeah.
one cost for it being able to kill it. It's certainly, it pops up almost exclusively in Mono Fire these days still, but even then I think it's on the decline. But there are certain decks like this where it just, once it sticks around, it's just gonna,
especially if you're a
jump
break
away.
zone reliant
Absolutely.
deck, like it just
Yeah.
starts eating key pieces and
absolutely.
you
And it's a
can't take it
9k,
out.
so that Ami ain't doing anything
Yeah. Not that you can, is end turn effect.
when it enters.
On the turn it comes in, yeah, but
Yeah.
any subsequent turn it's end of
Yeah.
end of turn, yeah. So yeah, unless you're finishing off that turn, you don't really want to Ami it. two dual element Tifas in hand, a 4 cost Tifa. I can't get that
There's
4
light
cost Tifa.
Aerith as well, but
I just don't think it has good targets.
Well, it's getting worse and worse the longer this Kadaj sticks around. Something slightly thematic about the
26
Kadaj
Tifa.
being the thorn in the Cat 7 deck side.
Yeah, so he does have the Zangan, so he can start shooting things for 8 and reactivating. But you have a cloud to reactivate, I guess. Going on the Aerith.
Yeah. So this is the chance to get back that cloud, which can deal 10 and get rid of the Ifrit. But
Assuming
again,
we're going in on the Barret then, yeah.
You need to play out an Avalanche operative forward first before that cloud comes out. And
Do you reckon that dual element Barret can ever come back now, or is the new one just too good?
well, I think they do different things. Obviously, like I think when the deck was much more of a beat you down as fast as possible with Biggs Wedge and forward Jesse. I think that forward multi-element Barret was
Yeah,
was
it
a
could protect
real,
them all as well, didn't it?
real
Yeah.
key piece in that deck. But I think looking at this, that new Barret is much more of a mid-rangey card, and I think if you're playing this style of deck where you're more focused around Tifa and the new Cloud, I think that's probably where you want to be. That being said, wouldn't put it past some decks if Avalanche starts to see more play, that maybe you play a mix, maybe play both.
Yeah, because it was. I think it's they don't take damage less than their power, and then you can like discard to.
You could. Well, that was the big thing, is that you could recycle them.
Oh, as you discard a card and add one back,
exactly,
wasn't it? Yeah.
So.
And then they all cost 1 because if you have an Avalanche
They all
operative.
cost 1, yeah. So that was kind of the key piece of that deck, and then you could play Cloud, which would return Barret to play. And there he is. He's almost certainly going to shoot this Ifrit for 10, but let's see what that other mode is going to be.
Yeah, so what? I'm trying to remember what the other. I mean, you just do haste, right, and do 3 points of damage here.
Well, you can, but you're also at damage 4.
Yeah, but then Bonify doesn't have that much haste in it.
It depends on the. And this newer build that we've seen does, actually, because it's playing 2 to 3 of the haste goblin.
I don't think that's Morgan's build, though.
No, we can see that he's not playing that, so maybe you do, but I think he's returning that Polk, which would then return another Avalanche member.
Yeah.
So there goes that Ifrit. Polk's going to come in.
And then it just adds you 1 back.
Adds a job Avalanche operative back to
Yeah.
your hand, which is going to recycle Barret. And that's really what this Avalanche deck does best, is that it has so much recursion and tricks to kind of bring things in and out. Tifa's going to come in, as it gains haste because you control a Cloud.
Correct me if I'm wrong as well. That Aerith is actually an answer to the Kadaj. Yeah, because it can break a Dark Flood.
Yeah. It's whether or not Dan knows that, though.
Yeah. Well, it also has to live a turn because it only came in this turn.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, pay 1, put her into the break zone to kill Kadaj is not.
I mean, that's certainly what I'm going to be using her for if she survives, but that is text that is oft forgot on this Aerith because it's almost never relevant.
So dulling the Aerith there from the Kadaj?
It looks like it.
Oh my god, we're backup ramping. That's only doing 5k, right?
Blanc is going to nuke that Aerith.
What does it do, 8?
Deals 5 if you control 5 or more fire counters.
Yeah, I can't remember what point it...
Was it backups? I'm not sure, but yeah.
The good Mont block.
Yeah, 5 more fire characters.
Yeah.
That's 8.
Right, we're slowly back. We're finally back at ramping.
Yeah, this is doing what
And I think
wants to do. And
Phoenix.
Phoenix is going to take care of that cloud.
And that Tifa can happily live there.
Unbeknownst to... Actually, no, beknownst to Morgan, because Dan searched it, he has the cloud that can kill monsters in his hand.
Yeah, but
So
instead he's gone in
He's
with the
going to clear
eject.
the board, and Kadaja's going to do another point of damage. He is empty-handed, though. So if Dan's able to kind of stabilise behind this now...
Oh no, he spilled his cards. He's
No.
given knowledge.
He is ahead on resources, but...
I think he can hit 7 characters this turn.
Yeah, he needs to deal with this Kadaj at some point.
But obviously Phoenix is pretty hard to shift here.
Well, I think he's got that... unless he's discarded it, if he still has the 5-cost cloud, that can break a monster.
I didn't think that was in Dan's deck.
It is. He's
Oh,
playing
okay,
a one-off.
okay.
But
Oh,
I think
sure.
I think I didn't see it in his hands.
I
he
don't
must
think
have
he's got it.
discarded
No.
That being said, Barrett can at least block it. It's not really,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
ideal, but that's the difference between 9 and the 10 that the Ifrit had is massive.
He's putting his deck back down face up.
Well, there's the cloud. Yes, there is the cloud in the break zone. Biggs, if you want to start drawing some cards.
Yeah, because they all have party effects, don't
They
they?
do, yeah. Wedge breaks a dull character of cost 4 or more, of which there are currently none.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it breaks.
It can break backups.
You can break backups. Yeah, I
was
remember
kind of
that.
One
Yeah.
of the key pieces of the old Avalanche deck was that. So he's going for that 5th backup, which Marlene.
So Marlene had you back Cloud, Tifa, or Barrett.
Yeah.
When are we getting a new Marlene card?
You don't need it. This is the best one.
Yeah, but I want a new artwork. Marlene.
We may well, yeah, it may well at some point. But he's going to add back the multi-element.
Are we going in on him?
Looks like he is. Here
Bang.
he is. He's going to shoot that Ject for 10, I'm sure, and
Give him haste. I mean, the Barrett then gets a 3-point damage and he's got Brave.
Well, no, I'm thinking bigger. I'm returning something like Aerith. Oh no, so only job up. I just remember returning something. If he's got it, yeah, it looks like Tifa. That can now.
Oh, it plays them
up.
from break. I thought it played
Yeah.
them from hand.
No.
Right. Okay.
You can search up a Tifa.
And then she at damage 6 gets to
Cloud,
search and play a
sorry.
Cloud, right? Yeah.
Yes. But you can see how quick this Avalanche deck is to rebuild.
Yeah.
Dan's certainly not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, I don't really
damage
think-
5, but
Don't think you
being
want to
able to
swing
do-
with that Tifa.
being able to do 18 points of CP in a turn, certainly.
No,
not
yeah, if
a-
I was Kadaj, I'd be dulling here. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so he's going to dull the big blocker, and now he's got 2 9Ks that can come in.
So 1
Drew
CP
and
for it.
Ifrit, which currently he doesn't actually have 5 fire characters for because of that Kadaj. He's
yeah,
only got
but
4.
Bryn to take out the Tifa.
And now he's got a ward, which can't kill anything. So he can, he's going to
Ward
play that and
for
shoot it
7.
for 7.
But you force the blocks here
You do, yeah. Then it goes to damage 6.
because you're willing to make this Phoenix a forward. There's no reason not to.
Yes, it's going to eat the cloud.
But Danny is going to take out one of these forwards with the Barrett because you're going to be at 7
Yeah.
because you just need to play one thing back out for Barrett to hit 7. But the Cloud is going bye-bye here.
The problem is, unless Dan draws something, I'm not sure that's going to be enough because that Kadaj, again, is
Well,
just...
we've got the Cloud in hand. But how
We
many
do.
Tifas have we got left in deck?
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
Because I think we've seen all the dual element ones now, right? So Jesse and Elf.
2 backups. Just have he fully stocked LB though.
Oh yeah, play the Micah, make the ward block.
Yeah, that Cat 10 character.
The
Barrett does
Vincent.
have Brave though, so you can force if you
That's what I was saying. Micah
Yeah,
force
you
force
can
block the,
force
the ward.
He found the hidden Chadley that I put in his LB.
Oh, was the ice
It
one?
was the new ice one.
You've
that's,
made him play on stream with an illegal deck, is what you've done
It
here.
was in front of another card in his LB. That's
Yeah,
what he saw, just throwing
you-
it across the table.
What you've done here is made it look like he's cheating on stream.
Well, look, I'm giving the
That Chadley's actually in his main deck.
context.
Yeah, for some reason he's got an ice Chadley in his deck that can't play it.
Yeah, that's true.
You're a terrible person
It's
for
a
doing
Cat
that.
7 card.
I mean, how is he playing it?
Shanto.
Does he have Shanto in his deck?
There's
Okay,
one
then.
in the back
Then
row,
yeah, it's a legal deck.
Well, it's not an LB card. Anyway, let's
you're a
see
terrible
what
person.
Dad
Never
can
touch
do.
my deck ever.
Oh, too late. So he's going to go in with this new cloud. I don't know what he's got left to search for. He's always paying 6, so he's going to go
He's
for
got nothing
Noctis.
left.
I'm just going to rebuy a forward.
Yeah, but you've only got 2 cards
5
there.
CP left to play.
Is
So
it the Fire Cloud that you
I
mentioned before?
think so, because that means that you can kill the Phoenix and the Ward,
Yeah, you can do both.
and you have 3 blockers then, 2 of which 9k.
No, I think he's taking the Aerith.
Okay.
Double discard for
Leave
her.
the Aerith.
So that leaves you with 3 CP. Vincent?
Well, it's that, or if you've got another Cloud left in deck, you can get the Tifa and an Earth card, play that, and then that will...
The Dormant Tifa plays one to field, right?
Yes, I believe.
But we're
be
not
honest,
doing that. We are
It's
doing the
going for
Vincent.
It's going to flip to take a Cat 7 character. It's going to be Polk. And that does do 6 damage.
When enters field, you may... it's play, sure, so it wouldn't be
excuse
that
me, yeah.
useful.
Well, you search for Cloud as well. So
Yeah.
you can search, then play a Cloud.
Oh, of course you can, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that should have been... Maybe that would have been the play then. If assuming there was one in breaks in, the Kadaj might have stolen them all.
Yeah.
Are
However, he
we
has
dulling with the
presented
Kadaj?
4, now 3 blockers, I suppose.
Oh, I suppose the Baron was what was dulled. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, because none of them are... They're all smaller than these guys. He's just passing. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I would have at least forced a block with the
Yeah,
Phoenix.
you can start chewing through these. Like, Dan has to block everything, and all of his stuff is smaller than both the Kadaj and the Phoenix.
But Dan can start pushing damage through.
Yeah. I'm not sure why he didn't attack with the Kadaj, because it's going to be flickered anyway.
Yeah, LB Matt.
So we're in Dan's combat phase. He's going to start poking in. Finally starting to do
First
some
point of damage, I think, yeah.
And he has, thankfully, a bunch of brave forwards. That Vincent buffing itself.
Oh, yeah, because the Vincent gives itself brave, doesn't it?
And 2k, yeah. And now if you're Morgan, you actually do start having to...
You have to
apply
swing
some
in.
more pressure. You do have to start swinging in, because... he's drawing a Cloud, which is nice. And another Ifrit.
Cloud puts Ifrit online as well.
Yeah, but...
Should be enough, right?
Yeah, we'll see. So he's going to pay... he's also got another Clive.
Prime, yeah.
Prime, and also have Ifrit for the 2 lots of 5k.
Because it's 10k, you then force them to block with 1, then you Ifrit whatever's left from hand, and then Kadaj or Phoenix has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's game here.
So yeah,
Assuming Dan doesn't have anything in hand to
yeah, this is game
save it here.
game with
Just doing it early.
yeah. So that kills the Vincent.
I mean, I'd just do the Aerith and 5k on the Barret.
It forces a block. It's going to break the Kadaj.
Kill the Kadaj. The Aerith doesn't have haste, right? Shouldn't have came in last turn.
That's a good point.
Oh no, because they just passed.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Ifrit swing, the Vincent has to block, and then Phoenix for game unless Dan has something in hand.
Unless he's got some secret technology.
He's got...
I think he's just got a bunch of backups, and that's
Now
gonna be
the
it.
game. There we go.
Modifier taking it over Avalanche.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, it was an interesting one. Dan went a lot wider, but Morgan played that off of a few backups pretty well.
I think it just shows that like Morgan kind of had his most annoying threats for this Cat 7 deck to deal with. It had the Ifrit, which is a 10k, which survived for a long time. It had that Kadaj, which lived almost the entire game, and then he had this Phoenix, which was a monster during his turn. So
yeah, and like as good as that Tifa and the new Tifa is, it just died to 2 goblins, and then that was the only that was all we saw of it.
Absolutely.
Right, let's jump us back to us for the first time of today. Hello. Woo. You forget it's weird not being outside. I always am with fish. But yeah, that's a wrap for today. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing some new cards.
Yeah, we saw a lot of new stuff on display today. A lot of the talked about legends. We saw some Sephiroths. We saw some Clouds.
Yeah, I think the only one we guessed we didn't see is the Garuda.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the only one we missed.
Any Garuda really seeing much play.
Or the Odin and the Bahamut. Obviously, they're more specialist
but,
cards.
The other thing is we didn't get to see anything use a Dane either, but plenty of time for this format.
Yeah, we're just in. Obviously, a lot of people are probably going to be looking at Monofire deck from US. I can't remember where in the US it was. Florida. I imagine we'll start seeing Zidane Monofire decks. There was quite a few things that came in from over there.
Absolutely.
So some people will start building those types of decks.
And we've also got the for our European players the German Materia Cup this weekend, which is 2-deck format, I believe.
Yeah, the German one is on 29.
Yeah.
I think it's the Spain one that might not be.
Yeah.
But that's in a couple more weeks' time. Yeah,
gearing up for the European Championships at the end of October. This is kind of the first glimpse of what that format will be.
And then we've got Scotland on the first weekend of October.
So several big tournaments coming up with these new cards in Opus 29 in 2-deck format. So we'll be able to see what the meta of that European Championships is going to look like.
Yeah, and LB's opening up a lot more now as well, with the more printed, the less overlap that you're starting to have. So it will be interesting to see where they go. But yeah, that'll be it from us for today. I hope to do another one soon. As always, please follow and subscribe to us as part of the stream, and you can use our Firestorm affiliate code if there's anything you want, from cards to wargaming. They do all sorts of stuff at Firestorm Games, so it helps us keep the stream up and running and slowly upgrading. But other than that, thank you for joining us, and we'll be back again soon. Goodbye.